All right, Snoop. So here it is. Finally, Peaches and Cream. We've been waiting for the song. All right. And it's going to be off your new album, Bush, which we don't know a due date yet, right? But we're hearing maybe sometime during this month or maybe in a couple months. Or what can you tell us about Bush itself?
I think the record will come out in probably the first week or two in May. We got a video that we're doing for Peaches and Cream that should be out next week. And then another single probably about a month later. And then more right before the album drops.
Got it. Okay, so Peaches and Cream, Pharrell produced it, and I guess who came up with the whole concept, Peaches and Cream? Like, did you hear the beat first and then, like, name it that?
Well, that particular record, Pharrell already had a vision for that. Like, he had walked that record to me with it almost, handcrafted and done. All I had to do was, write around it, you know what I'm saying? Like a reference track that Nelly had on there. I basically went around what Nelly had did and used a little bit of his shit. And then, follow Pharrell's lead, and it was like a combination of me, Pharrell, Nelly, and Charlie Wilson. So it was like all of that spirits on that one particular record. That's what made the Peaches and Cream. It was like he had all of those, embodiments of what we do, and we all put it together for that one song.
Every time you work with Pharrell, you guys change the sound of, like, the climate. You know what I mean? Like, you guys come, you guys take over, and everything changes. So with this sound, because obviously it's not sounding like your typical song out there right now, do you guys talk about this, or is it just like literally Pharrell hands you a beat and you guys are already in sync with each other and you're like, all right, let's do it?
We like Batman and Robin, like on some real talk. When he played groove, on creative groove, it's like it's handcrafted for my voice for whatever we own. And this particular record, we wanted to be in the funk sphere. We wanted to be on the Mothership Connection. We wanted to find a lane that felt funky as the 80s, but brand new as 2015 or 2016.
Yeah.
But keeping the spirit alive of the funk is what the mission was while we went in to make this record. And like when we normally go make records, it either be like we trying to find a nice R&B song or a real hard gangster song. This one was like, nah, let's make a funk album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A whole album that's dedicated to funk and what we love.
I love it, yeah, because like when we listened to it, at the listening party, I was just like, this is a different sound. But that's, what? That's what we now expect from you, Snoop, because you're a legend. You are like about 10 levels above everybody. So by the time everybody catches up, you'll have a whole different sound, which is what I appreciate with what you do, especially with Pharrell, because you guys aren't scared to take risks.
That's what Pharrell brings. He brings that to the table, the ability to be different and be edgy and say, you know what, let's think out the box. Let's put some lyrics on this as opposed to just a basic beat that everybody rapping to with the same style and the same cadence. Like, that's easy to do because there's a lot of styles that keep repeating themselves right now because it's easy to do. But to be original is always going to be hard to do.
All right, so I also know that you're going to be appearing on Empire on next week's episode. So that's going to be dope. We're all excited about that.
The show was dope, and for them to reach out to me, I mean, I was like, wow, I can't believe they want me to be a part of something like this, even though it's like some people feel like it's so what you're supposed to be doing. I'm looking at the creators and the directors and the actors and, caliber of people. Like, why would they call me? But then at the same time, it felt so right when I was on set. It just felt like it was a natural, relationship that needed to happen on screen.
Oh, man. Everybody was like, oh, damn, Snoop and Tarji again. They're working together because, we'll always love Baby Boy. It's funny because, like, the other week, I swear, Snoop, I was just watching it. And I was like, damn, I love this movie. So how was it working with Tarji again?
Man, I mean, I ain't going to give it away. You got to, lock and load and watch the show. But it's a great episode. Hopefully they'll bring me back because it felt like I can come back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do some more to it because it's a great show. Everybody loving it. And I think the episode that I'm on is going to, keep people more interested to see what happens for the next season.